know who gave me this body, but I'm about to go Arm and Hammer and you can tell everybody. I am aware that I have consciousness in me. Oh, what it means to actually understand and realize that you are alive. Oh, what it means to actually be alive. Oh, what it means to actually get to live this life. I have actually lived in peace and I have also lived in anger. If I had to live in anger forever, I'd rather die. Would you rather live in darkness where you practically do not exist? Or would you rather sprout in a life of light? Would you rather stand up for what is right? Or would you rather be quiet with your head down and sit to the side? With this new body comes a new mind. I'ma take this new mind, I'ma make time to do it right. I'ma help others inside this life, and I'll do that by taking time to teach them to do it right. By hanging with them through the storms and hanging with them through the shine. By hanging with them on the perfect days and sticking by their side on them terrible nights. I know what it's like to be aware that you are alive. I know what it's like to be aware that you have to die. I know what it's like to be aware that you get to love. And I know what it's like to be aware you'll lose it over time. I know what it's like to be aware that you might lose, but I know what it's like to be aware that you gotta try. You must face every obstacle and every fear and every circumstance with all of your mind. And no matter how scary it gets or how bad it gets, you must always give it your best try. Never giving up beats giving up every time. Over and over and over and over until you get it right. And I know these sins that you partake in on a daily basis, you are doing them on purpose. But if you take into God the golden compass, you can find a better purpose, and it will allow you to light up the darkness. With this new body comes a new mind. I'ma take this new mind, I'ma make time to do it right. I'ma help others inside this life, and I'll do that by taking time to teach them to do it right. By hanging with them through all the storms and hanging with them through the shine. By hanging with them on the perfect days and sticking by their side on them terrible nights. What's up, everybody? It's me and the Buppies. Yeah, me and old puppies. It's raining. It's hot. We got the fans going. This fan right here is my favorite right now. It's I don't even know what the name of it is. Actually, it's not on there, but it's on Amazon. It's got a light on it. It rotates and stuff. It's got a little remote control to it. It's pretty nice. But anyways, y'all, what we was here to talk about is the basics, but it's not basics. That's the problem. It should be the basics, but it's not the basics because the world is so far from the basics that it's getting scarier and scarier every day. And the only people who will laugh at this and mock this and say that it's not scary are the ones who are so terrified that they will do anything at any cost to stay distracted from how serious life actually is. Because they are scared to die as much as they are scared to live. They're scared to live with a purpose. They're scared to live with God's authority. They're scared to acknowledge God because then they got to be scared of punishment and scared of failure and not being good enough, so they lower their expectations, and then they ride them expectations and act like they have just succeeded because they lowered their expectations. And then people start to hurt people, and everything just gets more out of whack, man. The world is all jacked up, and people don't even know how to be people anymore. And even Elon Musk said it, apparently. He said humans don't know how to be humans no more, and I've said it 1,000 times. The only reason I've said it is because God told me, man. He was like, all these push buttons and machines and electronics and stuff, he said, I know they're nice. He said, but you need to learn how to live without them. And it's made it really complicated on me being homeless the past 4 years, because it's something I tend to cling to. Yes, I have went many days and nights through storms and hot weather and cold weather without anything, and it was rough, man. I remember this past winter, it got down to 16 degrees and my truck didn't run. I didn't have no electricity because the landlords cut off the power and the water to me because they're mad at. They hate my dogs, man. They want me to stay here, but they hate my dogs, and they use me, and it's all messed up. It's bad. It's not good. I fell into a trap. The devil offered me a way out of this situation, and I should have said no, and I said yes, and it's become a whole thing. But anyway, that's what he does. He sends false blessings your way before the actual blessing. That way you get off guard. Like, I'd probably be on my own property right now, happy does it, instead of on some property where people are breaking the law to make me miserable just because they can. Alright, and I know I could have them arrested, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let what happens, and whatever God bids it to be is what it'll end up being. But anyways, it got to be 16 degrees and didn't have no heater, didn't have no phone. Phone was messed up and broke, didn't have speakers for music, didn't have anything, man. It's just me and the dog sitting there cold, bro, like toes burning, hurting, screaming, man, I was not happy. That was brutal, dude. I knew I was gonna make it, but it hurt so bad I didn't even want to have to go through that moment. It hurt so bad. And they do say this too shall pass. A lot of times humans get stuck in a bad moment for a moment, and they start thinking and panicking because they start thinking they're gonna be stuck in this moment forever. Nah, bro, don't trap yourself like that. I've been in some horrible situations. They all come and go, bro. Good ones and bad ones, they all come and go. So you gotta get your heart and brain you gotta get it very hip with the fact that life changes, man. And people don't like change until something bad happens. Then they get excited for the change. Can I say that again? People hate change because most of the time change is out of their control. But the time they get into a bad moment is about the same moment that they get excited for the change. Oh man, I got pulled over. I hate this, man. I hate change. I'm in a cell and I hate change, but when they go to release you, boy, you love change. Oh man, I got robbed. I hate this. I lost everything I have. I hate change, bro. And then somebody comes and blesses you and gives you a bunch of stuff, and you don't even know this person, don't even owe this person. And they tell you that you still don't owe them. Oh, how you love the change. That brings me to say, you gotta calm down out here, man. Everybody's tripping out, thinking they need this, thinking they need that. You don't need it, man. Back in the day, humans thrived outside in Mother Nature. Now we don't. It's not good. Because if it gets as hot as we know it's going to, oh, I can't handle the heat. I gotta get indoors to ACO. Oh, pity me. Oh my goodness. It's raining. We gotta go. I'm gonna melt. It's cold. We know it's gonna get cold. We know it's gonna get hot. We know it's gonna rain and we're not gonna melt. So why are you so sensitive about it? Why are you freaking out about it? Okay, it gets hot. Figure out how to handle the heat. How do you handle the heat? Figure out how to take care of your body. How do you take care of your body? Be healthy. Stretch, exercise, drink water, eat fruit, vegetables, a little bit of meat. A lot of meat. But, and then, to turn and flip it back around, you're scared to go outside during
normal days that we have all the time, every year, after year, after year, after decade, after decade, after century, after century. And then, not only did they make you physically sensitive to just normal shit. Oh, I don't like the feeling of grass on my feet. You've been wearing way too many shoes. You need to take your shoes off more and go outside. And don't be dumb, dude. There's trash everywhere. Humans have trashed this place. Be careful where you walk. There's glass every damn where nowadays. And needles and all kind of random ass shit, dude. Be careful. Sorry for the cussing. But get out there, take your shoes off, take your shirt off, and enjoy the sunlight and enjoy feeling what the textures of the ground feel like, because it'll keep your feet strong. I mean, the minute y'all have to take off running without no shoes, you're going to hate it because you're not going to be able to. Whatever you're running from, it's going to get you. And also, if you got God on your back, you don't run from anything. Unless He says to run. If He says run, boy, you better just start moving. Don't even ask no questions, just go. But my point is, they moved us to the internet. Now everybody is mentally sensitive. People have to give their opinion. Their opinion has to mean more than the truth that overholds all people. Now, if something is true amongst all people, and your opinion only applies to like 1,000, then what does your opinion mean to the truth? Nothing. Rhetorical question, absolutely zero. If this was a balance scale, like one of the rope thingies, you know what I'm saying? You set a brick over here, then you set 2 bricks over here. Your opinion, the truth, it throws your opinion out the roof. Your opinion means diddly squat. Yeah, God does want to know how you feel. I'm not saying you can't tell Him how you feel, but your opinion does not triumph the truth, so you don't get to just act a fool. Just because you got freedom of speech on the damn internet, you can say what you want, nobody can punch you in the face now, doesn't mean that you should just get on there saying all that you do. See, with more power comes more responsibility. And a lot of people don't care to be a superhero. They'd rather be a supervillain. Okay, knowledge is power. So the more knowledge you uphold to know and practice and learn and whatnot as skill sets and talents, the more powerful you become. Because where somebody doesn't know how to build a house and cook and build the driveway and fix the car and take care of the animals, and the other person may only know how to tie their shoe. So they have less power, they can do less things. See how that works? Alright? But when these people get all this knowledge on how to do stuff, a lot of them use it for the wrong thing. Like stealing people's money, throwing them in cages, getting them hooked on drugs, falsely leading them in schools, and all this other random stuff that people do that is evil. And there's a million things, there's a whole list. We ain't got time to name it all. So it's important to know this so that you can say, hey, with all that I know, I'm going to do good to be the hero. I'm not going to use what I know for bad. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know how to take all the information they have about what life they lived and apply it to both good and bad. Because if you can take what you did with bad and figure out how to apply it to good, like, hey, those who know how to sell drugs and guns and stuff, imagine how good they would be at flipping houses and cars and stuff, helping the economy, selling companies and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's my point. You gotta learn where you fit on the good side of things, because everybody can find a place to fit on the wrong side of things, but everybody can also find a place to fit on the right side of things. And people don't tell you this, so you don't tell yourself this, so you stay lost and land on the wrong side of things. As easily as you fit into the right side of things, you fit into the wrong side of things. That's what makes it complicated. What makes it even more complicated is humans fiend for what is bad for them. They do. They fiend for cigarettes, drugs, alcohol, people who mistreat them and don't love them correctly because they're not of God and Jesus, and they just fiend for more pain and more misery over and over and over, day in and day out. And this is what makes the cycle of crap get worse and prolonged, because now they're fiending for the wrong way. It's as easy to go to the wrong way as it is the right way. But yet, if you are fiending for the wrong way, it makes it even easier to go the wrong way and even harder to go the right way. Oh, I really just want to sleep with every woman in the world. Well, that's going to make it really hard to go the right way and get married to one good, loyal, honest woman that you can trust, that you actually want to kiss, that you don't, that, you know what I'm saying? Where your mouth been? Where your heart at? So I'm saying, if you don't know where you stand, then you shouldn't even be going to sleep with nobody anyways. You shouldn't be dating nobody. You shouldn't have nothing to do with anybody until you figure out where you stand. Because if you don't know where you stand, how can you expect the person you're talking to know where they stand? And even if you don't know where you stand, even if you thought you knew where they stood, how could you know where they stand if you don't even know where you stand and you are you? You don't even know if you want to be with this person forever, but because they broke up with you first, it's a problem. Point is, humans tend to suck without God. They're lazy, they're inconsiderate, they're selfish, they're gross, they're disrespectful, they're unnecessary, they're off tune and offset, angry, hateful, confused, sad, anxiety-ridden little pieces of crap without God. I'm sorry, did I hurt your feelings? I'm not here to make you feel good. I'm here to tell you the truth so that you can use the truth to help you figure out where you fit into things. And then when you figure out where you fit into things, then we can work on how you feel. I didn't like where I fit into things. It made me feel like, made me want to kill myself every day and every night, every second of every day for years. Hated my life. God, I loved my little black cubby hole of nothing when I'd go to sleep. And whenever God brought me back to life, I hated him. Why did you bring me back here? Just leave me in there. Send me to hell, something. Get me the hell out of here. But over time, that changed. You got to be patient. You got to keep going. You got to tough it out. And it's not going to happen over one night. No, but it will happen overnight. But you're going to have to make it through many moons to get to that night, to get through that night, for it to happen overnight. With that being said, because there's a lot of days in between here and there, and people tend to get in the bad moments and they lose sight of things. If it's going to be okay one day because of God and his good faith, then that means it's okay today and every day in between. Y'all following? You just got to remind yourself it's okay. Yeah, they died. Okay, well, go ahead and tell yourself this. Everybody alive is gonna die. Some will be car wrecks, some will be overdoses, some will be shot, some will do like hang themselves, some will cut themselves, some will get lost in the woods, some will fall off a cliff, some will fall out of trees, some a tree will fall and hit them, some will get bit by animals. Dude, I mean, anything and everything's possible out here. People are gonna die, and they're not all gonna die in the same aspect. Do not let that mess you up. Go ahead and tell yourself it's gonna happen, and then if it does happen, and when it does happen, you stay focused on God and the fact that it's all gonna be okay. I have not exactly been joyful lately. I've been disobeying God, and it's caused me a lot of pain and a lot of misery. And learning the hard way has been very not fun. It hasn't been horrible, but it has not been amazing. But so, with all that being said, faith beats fear, love beats hate, peace beats anger, never giving up beats giving up, positive beats negative, light beats dark, clean beats nasty, healthy beats unhealthy. Don't be a fool, man. I know you don't feel like you need it, but trust me, it helps a lot. Stretch and drink water in the mornings and at night, and extra if you want to. Exercise. Do at least 20 push-ups a day. I try to do 30. Do 100 sit-ups or 50 sit-ups, 50 crunches. Just random odd and things. Walk a mile, jog a mile. These things will help you in the long run, man. They will help you so much in the short run as much in the long run. Literally. I'm exhausted. I haven't slept in like 3 days, dude. It's been raining on me while I sleep. Then we've been working across the state line doing a roof for this lady. And dude, it sucked, man. We had to use these Phillip heads, and I hate Phillip heads now. But I didn't realize how pointy they were until it went a 1/4 inch into my freaking finger, dude. It's a hole straight through into my finger. And then I hit it again yesterday. Another one popped off, and it went into my finger. It's deep. And then this piece of metal, we was doing a tin roof, or a, what's it called? A daggone standing seam roof. I haven't done them before. It was my first one. But everybody was sweating and everything was flipping and flopping. That thing got me pretty good. It bled for like an hour and a half. It's not too deep. I didn't even get stitches. I just glued it. I was like, screw it. But when it hit it, dude, and I seen all the blood leaking out, I just went back to working on the roof. And dude was like, man, dude, we can't just bleed all over this woman's house. Go get it taken care of, man. I need a water break anyways. It's hot because it's like, 90 degrees and humid. And I was like, all right, I'll go get it taken care of, all right. But dude, man, there was so much blood, it was ridiculous. But anyway, and my other buddy, he cut his hand right here on some. It went pretty dang deep too. It didn't get his tendon, I don't think. If it did, it barely got it, but yeah, it got pretty deep. But if y'all work with metal roofs, man, don't be dumb, man. Get sleeves, a hoodie, gloves, something to block your hand and your forearm and your stomach. Because, dude, all it takes is one clean, swift swipe, dude, and it's gone, dude. It'll cut you open like Chinese chicken, bro. Don't even think it won't. Because I got tough skin. I was like, man, I can't even believe it cut me for real. Because I got tough skin. But I seen it when it did it, man. It drug it across my arm. And I didn't see it till it came back around like right here. So it had already got like multiple inches before it got to where I could see it. But when it came across it, I could just hear it and feel it scraping my skin open. I was like, golly. But yeah, man, you can't give up. You can't be scared. Everybody was screaming, hospital, hospital, hospital. God was like, nah, you're good, man. You're straight. You're fine. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm fine. And a lot of people call me crazy, but I was like, if God says I'm good, I'm good. And then like, no crap, dude. When it quit bleeding, it quit bleeding. That was it. Like, it just quit. So I was like, cool. That's awesome. You know what I mean? So we can finish the job. Plus, we had some rags I took duct tape to it. But, you're going to get tested. Things are going to happen. I almost had my thumb ripped off, too. I don't know if you can see that scar. But, yeah, life is going to get rough, bro. It's going to see how bad you want it. Do you want it bad enough to where everybody could hate you and shame you and you still want it? Do you want it so badly that you could be poor or rich and still want it? Do you want it so badly that you would want it in sickness and in health? Are you so pinpointed on wanting it that you'll want it no matter what comes your way or goes away from your way? What is it that we're talking about that you want? That's for you to decide. I'm talking about wanting God and a better life and to fix what is right that is wrong. When you think about the idea of evil and light, good and bad, I don't know what people expect. I don't know what they envision. But I envision this is good, as in like love, forgiveness, being clean, helping people, being friendly, staying positive even if stuff gets kind of bad. And then I see like evil where everything's just always against each other, everything's always pinpointed on hurting yourself or someone, or getting ahead of somebody, or making somebody feel less than, whatever. And if you're wanting to have a good life and to enjoy your life, then there's only this way of life to live. Because if you partake in any of the things that are over here in this life, you cannot truly have this life. You may say you enjoy your life because, oh, I get to sleep with girls and do drugs and run from the police and screw people over and spend big money. You're not actually enjoying that, and then when it's all gone, you're going to be miserable. The minute the world is not there to entertain you, you're going to be miserable. So imagine this. In the beginning there was darkness, and then God said, let there be light. When you go to sleep, you go back to the darkness. Sound familiar? When we die, we leave Earth, and we go back to the darkness. In the darkness, the demons swirl around, looking for lost souls they can drag further down into the dark pit. This is going to be hard for some of y'all to understand, but for some of y'all it will not be. All this stuff out here, dude, that you see with your eyeballs is in your head. Think about it. You perceive it in front of you. Oh, the steering wheel is clearly in front of me, so it's definitely not inside of me. But you can't have the steering wheel outside of you if you can't perceive it inside of you. Your eyes are right here inside of you. So if you are seeing the steering wheel in front of you, it is also inside of you. That's why they say if you can change your reality here, you can change it out there. What all you see around you is in your brain. So if I want to change the way the tree looks, I must change it here in order to use these things to change it out there. So don't be dumbfounded to think that you can just skip out on using your brain. It's kind of all tying together right here. The more sensitive you become and say, no, I don't want to be outside, the more sensitive your brain becomes, because you're not physically sensitive, like, I'm a monster. So then your brain, when you're outside getting beat up and working, slamming hammers and shit, ow, and slamming hammers and shit, yeah, I tore my knuckles off a couple times, but I got blisters and all kind of crap. Anyways, your mind stays a certain type of intensity, but when you physically get, I can do it, your brain gets even more sensitive. Because now your brain's like, oh my God, I can't handle this, 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 I can't take it apart, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Calm down, yeah, you can handle it. If you would just quit saying I can't, you could. I cannot spin this ball with my finger. But you can if you just quit saying you can't. You see my point? I was never really good at it anyway, but I could do it a little bit with the basketball. But my point is, if you say you can't, then you never will be able to, because you'll never actually try. But if you say, I think I can, I'm going to try, and then you actually try to do it, then you'll be shocked at the fact that you might actually be able to do it. More likely not the first try, but that's where hitting the head of the nail comes in. You got to keep trying till you hit the head on the nail. Failure shows you what not to do, so you can try it from a different angle, which makes your brain think, which makes your body move more, which makes you less mentally and physically sensitive. Means you're not a sissy. And before y'all talk crap about my missing tooth, I found this dog on the side of the road a couple years back. He was an old fighting dog. They had treated him like crap. He was half dead, had a broken leg and holes all in him, like he'd been ate to death by other dogs and shot with a BB gun or a 22 or something. And I put a rope in my mouth to play tug of war with him, and yeah, he ripped my tooth out my face. But then I saved her because she was running around for like a month, and right before the snow came in, she hopped in my truck, and they were best friends, and I was like, bet you can stay with us until after the snow, and we'll figure it out. While it was snowing, they had 11 puppies while I was asleep in the truck. Yeah, I got them right around the corner. I'm about to go check on them here in a minute, but since it's raining, I probably won't be able to put them on this video. But yeah, dude, anger and hate is real. I'd show you my truck, but it's raining, like I said, my phone will mess up. Like it'll click the screen and stuff, you know. But anyways, I've beat my truck to crap. Like, I can prove this much. Yeah, I've shattered my truck, dude. I've punched my truck and headbutted my truck and kicked my truck and hit it with hammers and axes. But it was because people of the world they disrespected me and did so much unnecessary stuff to me and made me so miserable. Made my life so much more complicated than it ever had to be for no good reason. And instead of lashing out and giving them the reaction they were looking for, instead of killing somebody or hurting somebody or myself and screwing my life up, I just kind of beat up my truck and cussed out God. And I know that's not exactly great. And a lot of people say that I'm crazy and that I'm a piece of crap and I'm a blasphemous and condemned and all this stuff. But dude, even God had to kindle his anger. I'm not God. Boy, I'm not good at kindling anger either. I'm not exactly slow to anger. I get mad. And a lot of times I keep it cool in front of people, dude. I ain't even gonna let you know I'm mad. I'm gonna smile and be like, yeah, boy, yeah. But when I get by myself, boy, god dang, I get so mad. Because it's like, you realize how small and puny you are to me? Mentally, physically, like the only thing you can outdo me in is money. And if I whoop you and burn it all, then that is out the window. Can't outwork me, can't out-clean me, can't out-cook me, can't out-sing me, can't out-work me, can't outdo nothing me, bro. And you want to disrespect me and treat me like crap while I was trying to help you? You want to try to look down on me when you're below me? Are you kidding me? So that's where the anger kind of came in, because the pride. Instead of being humble and be like, okay, it's the evil inside of them. They don't even realize what they're doing. I'm going to let it go. God, please help them become more aware of their surroundings so they don't do that crap no more. I'd get mad and kick my truck to death and cuss God out and tell him to come down here and get him some. And then get bit by a dog and hit by a tornado and a tree fall out of the sky and hit me in the face and just all kind of random shit, dude. Random cats coming out the woods and attacking me and shit, dude. If you're going to go fight God, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, you better be ready. You better be ready to bring your A game, dude, because he's going to bring random things upon you that you can't tango with, dude. He's gave me rashes that were just ungodly. He's had bugs attack me in my sleep and all kind of stuff, dude. The plague of the ants was probably one of the roughest plagues I had gone through, because they ate all my food. It didn't matter where I put it. In the truck, out the truck, hanging on a fishing line out of a tree branch with tape around the line, dude. It didn't matter. They got to that thing every time. They destroyed all my stuff. And then on top of that, they crawl all over me and bite me while I'm sleeping and shit, dude. So I'd wake up with like bumps all over me and stuff. I hated it, dude. I hated it. Yeah, it went on for months and months and months. Oh, golly. But anyways, my point is, man, life's crazy. Disobeying God can be very, 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 very crazy. Obeying God can be very crazy. But let me ask you this. All punishment to the side. All reward to the side. What do you care about? Do you care to keep caring? To want to care to keep caring about the right way of life? Or no? Who do you want to be? That's what this life is about, bro. To figure out who you want to be forever and ever and ever and ever. Are you going to give up on this version of you just because it got tough? Oh, the weather changed. The number changed on the clock. The number in my bank account changed. Oh, the amount of views changed. Oh, their feelings on me changed. Their opinions on me changed. Oh, you going to give up? Or do you still care? How bad did you want it? How good do you want it? And the last thing I'll say is, if you want to see change that you want, then only you can make that change. Because more than likely, whatever change it is that you want to see made is not going to be made by anybody else, because they all want to see a different change be made. So if you want to see the change that you want to see be made, then you literally have to make the change. Otherwise, the change will not happen. If I don't move the dog toy to this hand, then the dog toy will never leave this hand. If I want to see change, I literally have to make the change happen. But if I never make that change, it'll never happen. And I can blame it on the economy and global warming and Black Lives Matter and all this crap. Yeah, I call it crap. All life matters, except the stupid ones. If you know better and you still choose to do wrong, makes you disposable. We don't need that. That's what makes me feel like crap because I know what I should be doing and I'm not doing it, and it's pissing me off because it's blah, blah, blah. There goes the thunder, because God knows I'm not lying. If you want to see the change, you got to be the change. Only way to be the change is to get with God and ask Him what steps to take. And then when you receive that information, do not give up. I don't care if you end up homeless with 13 pit bull German Shepherd mixed puppies on some people's land who are stupid rich that hate you and want to install your AC compressor to your truck. Cut the power and water off to you so that you would starve and freeze to death. Don't give up. Even when you lose it all, when people try to throw you in jail for the right reasons, when people try to beat the shit out of you for the right reasons, just remember this: my crazy ass is willing to lay my head on a rock, and you can cut it the fuck off for my God.